Hello and welcome to this Dr. Frost Maths key skill video on factorising by taking a common bracketed factor out. Now usually when we factorise things to end up with a single bracket, we might have something say like 3x plus 6 for example, and what we do is we look out for a common factor. Well, what's common to this and this? Well, these and these both have a factor of 3, and you take the 3 out, and then you'd say, well, 3 times what is 3x? Well, it's just x, and 3 times what is 6? Well, it's just 2. So we explored that in a previous video, and we might have a harder one involving like x squared and x, for example. So if, for example, I had x squared plus 2x, you say, what's common to this and this? Well, x squared just means x times x, and here we got 2x, so we have an x common in both, so we take that out. And then x times what is x squared? Well, it's x times x. And x times what is 2x? Well, it's just plus 2. So we previously saw factorizations like that, and if you don't understand how to do that, please watch my video on that first. Now, we again have common things in the first term and the second term. You can see they have this common bracketed thing of x plus 3. And that suggests we're able to factorise the x plus 3 out. What we could do is we could just expand this whole thing out and then refactorise. But this is a nice little kind of trick, if you like, that allows you to factorise expressions without having to expand them out first. So let's do this first one. We've got 2x plus 3 plus x plus 3 squared. And as I was saying a second ago, we look what's common to the first and second things. It might help to actually write this out as x plus 3 times x plus 3. So we know that x plus 3 squared just means x plus 3 times x plus 3. And then we say, well, what's common to both? Well, we've got a bracket of x plus 3 that's common to here and common to here. So we factorise that out, just like, for example, here we factorise the 3 out. So we take the x plus 3 out, and then we open a new bracket, and then we say x plus 3 times what is 2 brackets x plus 3. What's x plus 3 times 2? We can see that times that will give you 2 times x plus 3. That's exactly what we got here. And then we got x plus 3 times what gives you x plus 3, x plus 3. Well, you can see we're timesing by another x plus 3. So we can see we've got x plus 3 times x plus 3 gives you x plus 3, x plus 3. And I didn't really need those brackets there. And then the second step is that we just simplify this second bracket. So we've got 2 plus 3, which is 5, and we've got that x there. So let's just write x plus 5. You've got that simplifies to x plus 5. And that is the final answer. What about the second one? So we've got 4 brackets x plus 7 squared plus 2 brackets x plus 7. Now we consider, what do these have in common? Well, we always look at the numbers in the front first. The 4 and the 2, they both have a common factor of 2. So we're going to take the 2 out as a factor. And they also both have a bracket of x plus 7 common. So they have a factor of x plus 7 as that whole kind of bracket. And then we open a new bracket. And we're going to say, well, 2 brackets x plus 7 times what gives you this. And this times what gives you this as well. Well, 2 brackets x plus 7 times what will give you this? Well, we need to do 2 times 2, don't we? So 2 times 2 will give you the 4. And then x plus 7 times what gives you x plus 7 squared? Well, we need another x plus 7. So let's just review that. The 2 times 2 is 4, and the x plus 7 times the x plus 7 is the x plus 7 squared. And then let's think about the second thing in this bracket. 2 brackets x plus 7 times what gives you this thing here? Well, it's just times 1. Because anything times 1 gives itself. 2 brackets x plus 7 times 1 will just give itself 2 brackets x plus 7. Now, as before, we need to simplify the second bracket. We might need to expand it a bit first. So we've got 2 times x, so 2x. We've got the 2 times the 7, which is 14. But we've also got that plus 1, and 14 plus 1 is 15. So we have that. And this is fully factorised. There's nothing else we can do. You might find in certain harder questions that that second bracket you have there might still be a common factor. So 2x and 15, they don't have anything in common. But it might have been, for example, you had 3x plus 6, and we have a common factor of 3, which we then need to factorise out. And if we took the 3 out, we then have 2 times 3, which is 6 on the front. So you may get harder questions like that.